How many times have you seen two high school freshmen where one has 50 pounds on the other one and 5 inches of height? You shouldn't train those two athletes the exact same because they're both 15 years old. It's important to not only think about youth training in terms of their chronological age, but also in terms of their biological and their training age. A youth athlete has their chronological age, how long they've been alive. But that doesn't tell you nearly as much as their biological age, which is how far they are into puberty and its hormonal effects, and their training age, which tells you about how long they've been training and what type of training they've been adapted to. Especially between the ages of 13 and 17, this biological age concept really comes into play with early and late bloomers. There's two key terms that you need to know here: peak height and peak weight velocity. Peak height velocity is the point on the athlete's growth curve where their height is accelerating the most steeply. And it's one of the key signs that the athlete has begun the onset of puberty. Peak weight velocity follows shortly after peak height velocity. And it's a clear sign of the hormonal changes that are allowing the athlete to make anabolic adaptations. Before peak height and peak weight velocity, the majority of their training should be as variable and game-based as possible, trying to deliver mostly a neurological stimulus, and then slowly blend them as they enter puberty into the weight room training environment and allow them to develop a positive relationship with it. By customizing this to their biological age, we make sure that we're building the fundamental movement options, we're building the capacity to be very strong and very powerful, and we're putting those points at the right parts of the timeline to feed them what they need to get better.